You may not rule and remain yourself. There are choices to be made, and you may, on occasion, have to turn your face away while people suffer and die. There is in you a door that must shut. You will do things that your heart would have recoiled from before you came to the throne.
I acknowledge the struggle, but I dispute that I must become what I am not.
Time will tell.
My father remained himself.
Your father lived in a world of his own construction. You and I have never set foot there.
Be welcome.
All the way from Providence, Rhode Island, welcome to the House of the Dragon with Mary and Blake, a podcast dedicated to House of the Dragon on HBO. Hello, everybody. My name is Mary Larson.
My name is Blake, and Mary.
Yeah?
I loved this episode. I loved this episode so much.
I'm glad.
And I'm glad most of all that I was right.
Oh, my God.
I'm glad that I was right because winning the throne was absolutely the worst thing that could happen to Rhaenyra.
I mean...
No, it's the worst thing. It's the worst thing because she thought that she was absolutely primed for it. She knew what she was doing. And it's buyer's remorse a little bit. And it's that you don't have anybody that you can really rely on. And you just showed up thinking that you were the man or the woman. And you're not.
She is.
Well...
She is, but sadly she lives in patriarchy.
Well,
And people aren't used to it.
I wouldn't go that. I wouldn't say that, my darling. I'm saying she thought. I mean, regardless of patriarchy, right? She is in this space where she's having a hard time making decisions because she's overwhelmed and she's got a lot going on. And my contention is, I'm not sure if she's ready for it all, and I'm not sure if this is good at all. Because when you're in this kind of state, you make bad choices. and those choices are rough. So that's that.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that for you. And I very much so enjoyed this episode as well. I am glad she's finally on the throne. It may not be long.
I don't have a feeling. I mean, sorry, I have a feeling that it's not going to be that long.
Like, every once in a while, I think about running for government, and
I know.
Right. It's really like every 2 years. It's true, guys. I really do. I'm like, I could do this. I could do a great job at this. But watching this episode, I really felt like this is what I would really be like. And I don't think I could do it.
No. I mean, I don't want to say no because I think you are capable of doing it. I think you'd be good at it. But I think you would also get sick of it real quick.
I think I'd get very emotional. Like, I don't feel like Rhaenyra really cares about the lady who cares about the sheep that much. She's like, whatevs, shave them and then kill them. And it's more like, no, we're running low, honey. We're running low. So I just don't feel like Rhaenyra can truly understand the plight of the people.
Yes.
Whereas I'd be like, let's work on a breeding program. Let's rotate sheep. I don't know. Can we like make tofu sheep? What can we do?
Tofu sheep.
Could we fish? Like, why are dragons not even trying to eat fish? This really pissed me off. There are plenty of fish in the sea, but
Sure.
but like there really are. Why not try to feed your dragon some fish?
That's a good point.
Mix it up.
Yep. Get
Sheep,
some
yeah.
salmon, some bass.
Yes.
You know?
Maybe a little veg here or there. I mean, granted, we have this explosive diarrhea situation going on, and they don't know which healthy food it can be pointed to. That's the worst.
I
They're
know.
just saying the answer right now is don't
Healthy
eat
food.
any produce. Just don't eat any produce. Well, that's not going to work. I mean, it could be the summer of scones, but I don't know. So I'm just saying that, like, maybe the dragons need to eat something else.
I think fish would be a good start.
Agreed.
I mean, they could gather all the amphibians, Mary.
So there we go. Get on the amphibians.
All right. Yeah, I really loved this episode. This was my favorite episode of the season, definitely. But Mary, let's do a little housekeeping before we get into the show.
Housekeeping. Remember, you can support the show and get all the bonus content by going to jointhenerdclan.com.
Yeah, and while you're there, you can just take a look at the many conversations that we have going on at the craft table, at the spoiler table, and the most popular one, Mary, the kitchen table, where everybody just pulls up a chair and just talks about whatever the heck they want to talk about. And it's really one of my favorite aspects that we have now at jointhenerdclan.com, because it's just like this big giant text thread where people just chat and have fun. I think it's awesome. Of course, you get a bunch of other stuff there as well, early access to stuff, and all of the things.
Okay.
All of the things that are there, they're awesome. Just go there. You're missing out.
You can also follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You can join our Facebook group, talk about the episode with us and other nerds. And don't forget, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. A little review with words, not just the stars, goes a long way, even if you don't even listen on Apple Podcasts. All right, let's get into the recap. All right, friends. In this episode, Rhaenyra begins her rule in King's Landing, but finds out the job isn't easy. Everybody's hungry and there's no money. Aegon's missing. We're going to pretend he's dead. Aemond is in Harrenhal, but doesn't really know what's going on. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And then Alicent is like, yo, girl, I was ready to go rent an Airbnb with Helaena, and we were going to like chill out. And Rhaenyra's like, yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Sorry about that. But I'm going to like love you and hate you and steal your other kid. But then the other kid isn't the real kid, and it's just a fake kid. So
Daeron.
that sucks. Yes.
Yeah.
Corlys is like, hey, Rhaenyra, everyone in my family's dead pretty much except one granddaughter and Bela. So how about we let Alyn and Addam have my last name? Because, you like them. And Rhaenyra's like, yeah, that's not going to work. Sorry about that right now. So Corlys is pissed and just starts yelling the word bastard about everybody in front of everybody. Not great. Rhaenyra sees a lot of rats, tries to feed the rich people some rats. That situation's going on. Mysaria is like trying to be the voice of reason. Rhaenyra just wants to have her quinceañera and have a blast. She really does. She's like, what about my party, please? And then Daemon gets Daeron. Ormond Hightower is like, I don't really like you guys, but whatevs. I'm not going to sacrifice my whole army. And Rhaenyra stole the food from the rich people and is feeding the hungry people. So that's what you need to remember.
All right. The episode details was entitled Rhaenyra Triumphant. This was directed by Clare Kilner and written by Sara Hess. Sara Hess has written episodes 106, 109, 202, 208, 302, and obviously now 303. And Clare Kilner has directed episodes 104, 105, 109, 202, 205, 302, 303, this one, and she's going to be also directing the next episode 4. And I really love this combo of these two. I feel like they've done a great job. I think Sara Hess is a good writer. I think Clare Kilner understands the visual language of what the show is trying to do. And I think what happens is Kilner keeps getting like these great episodes where it just feels like she gets what happens after the big thing, the emotional, after the explosion. She gets the reverberation of all the things that happen during these big episodes. And I love how she just takes that feeling of emotional pressure and allows that to breathe. It allows that, like specifically in this episode, one of the great scenes was Rhaenyra with the Faith and the High Septon. That to me is perfect Clare Kilner. I love that. I love that scene. That was great. All right. What do you think for your flame rating, Mary? How many flames are you giving this one?
4.7.
Okay.
So a point higher than last week, but
All right.
still episode 1, I believe, is the top one so far.
Wow, I'm surprised.
Honestly, it's because I was really happy that episode 1 got me.
Sure.
And we had a massive battle. Like, it really was. It felt like what would have been a penultimate episode of the Game of Thrones universe. So
Yep.
I was here for it. I was digging the pirate chick. I loved seeing all the dragons. We had death. We had all this kind of stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I really do enjoy this episode. It's not that I don't like it. 4.7.
Okay, 5 for me. I really loved this episode. It's everything that I want from House of the Dragon. It is specific. It is visually and emotionally very intense, psychologically intense, thematically. I think it was perfectly written. It doesn't need the spectacle of what I almost said How to Train Your Dragon. House of the Dragon is, and it's not that is bad. It's just sometimes. Like Game of Thrones was really good at that, where it was just people interacting with people in that world. For me, House of the Dragon has been very good because it has been very good at spectacle. This was the first episode in a long time that I was like, oh, that's good because it's good. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I really, really like that. So I think
The first episode in particular was big and out there and all those big shots, and this one was the exact opposite.
right. And here we're getting ghost Jace, and we're getting rats, and it's just weird.
Yeah.
Like I love, you all know I'm in with the weird.
Yep.
Give me all the weird, and this one was weird, and I love that. When a show can trust itself to do something different but stay within its visual language, awesome. All right, you're good, you're bad, and you're great.
My good was eating those rats, feeding them to the rich.
Uh-huh.
I loved it. I hated the rats throughout all of this time in the castle, and I'm glad they're being put to good use. And even if the rich people don't eat them, I hope that somebody does. I mean, food is food, right?
Yep.
And they don't have the produce explosive diarrhea that's going around, so why not? Why not? Food is food. I mean, they could have just chopped it up and put it in, I don't know, pasta dish, and nobody would need to know.
Yep.
But I loved that whole scene. I loved how they thought they were there for something good. I mean, this was like day 1, day 2 of Office. She's like, invite all the rich people. We're going to feed them rats.
Right.
And then while they're eating rats or not eating rats, we're going to take all their food and money and feed the poor.
Yep.
I just thought that was so badass. I don't know how it's going to go for her, though, so we'll see. My bad was the dragon hostage blunder. So we're getting Daeron. Fake Daeron, faux Daeron.
Yep.
The bleached head blonde kid.
Yep.
Who Ormond's like, yeah, sure, you can have my nephew. Except the dragon's there, Tessarion, I believe it's
Tessarion.
Tessarion. Like Tesseract from Marvel Universe. Tessarion, that cute little blue dragon, it's chilling out. So you see that it's there, which means Daeron was there, most likely hidden in armor or something.
Yeah, he's probably well behind the lines.
Yeah. So, and probably older than this faux one, because you know that Rhaenyra was like, I thought he'd be older. Probably because he is. He's probably like Erling Haaland, the soccer player. He's probably like jacked and like huge and ready to just take charge.
Well,
That's
we've
what I'm
actually
picturing.
seen Daeron already.
When?
In episode 1, when we first met Ormond.
Oh.
He was Ormond's squire.
Oh.
And he walked past the camera. He has dark hair like his mother.
Oh, okay. So that's why I didn't know, because I'm just looking for a little blondie.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. But
Which is why, of course, Alicent would be like, yeah, that's not my kid.
Right.
My kid is my color hair.
Right.
But I thought it was a weird thing for Daemon to not be like, yeah, we're taking the boy, and that naturally the dragon would follow if it was the right kid. Like, he left, and yet the dragon stayed with Ormond?
Yeah.
So that's not right.
Oh,
That's not how dragon rules work. Like,
I see what you're saying.
That should have been the red flag to Daemon that,
Got
like,
it,
no,
yeah.
this isn't the right kid.
Yeah.
Because the dragon's down there. And I just felt like that was a massive blunder.
Yeah, well, a massive blunder on Daemon or the writing?
Both.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think Daemon would, in that moment, would be aware enough
Yeah.
to see that?
He knows dragons.
Yeah, but you know the way that he speaks to Ormond, it's almost belittling, and it's
Like, you think he just kind of forgot? I don't think he would have forgotten. I think it was poor writing. I think that they just kind of forgot, and they were like, whatever. Daemon wouldn't double check. Daemon would double check. Daemon is like king of dragons.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I just don't. I feel like he and Caraxes are so intertwined in their brains
Sure.
that he, above everybody, would feel like we see him with Caraxes all the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like the most in touch dragon pair is he and his dragon. So for them to go and then the little blue dragon, Tessarion, not to follow along and fly with Ulf and just marry on his way, or not to have Daeron ride his friggin' dragon with everybody.
True.
Like, how did
Interesting.
it,
Interesting,
right?
Mary.
So it just made me mad because, like, on multiple levels, it made me mad at Daemon, but then it really just made me mad at the writing because I feel like this was a writer's blunder.
This is a very good point. I didn't think about the mechanics after, right?
Yeah. How did he come home on a flicking horse? No.
Yeah, I mean,
but like, how stupid is it? And wouldn't the other guys, the new dragon seed, been like, whoa, where's his dragon? It's right there.
Well, my sense is that Hugh and Ulf may have been caught up in the moment, and I was also
Lazy.
thinking that Daemon was caught up in the moment too.
Lazy writing.
You know what? I'm not going to say you're wrong.
No,
I'm not going to say
because
it.
I'm not. They effed that up.
Fair.
And it would have been great if part of it was Rhaenyra, he comes home. If we were supposed to believe that Daemon forgot, Rhaenyra should have been like, where's his dragon? Is his dragon eating? Did you put him away with the other ones? Are they in the little eating their kibble? And then he'd be like, oh, shoot, smack his head. Oh, I didn't even think about it. And then that could lead them to be like their first inkling that it might not be the right person.
Yeah, because they don't talk about what is done
No.
with Tessarion.
No.
If just Tessarion
And you're
just...
the friggin' dragon family.
Yeah. Interesting.
And that's the only other dragon aside from Sheep Stealer that you know exists that you don't know what's going on.
Sure. Interesting take, Mary. I like this take.
So that's why it's my bad.
Okay.
And that's why this isn't as high as the other one.
Fair.
Because I'm like mad at that. Because I feel like they should know better. And then my great was the directing in this episode.
Yep.
Rarely do I talk about the directing.
I know.
But this one,
Stood
like
out.
we said earlier, we had such big grand shots before, and then this one made me feel so anxious, and I felt like I was Rhaenyra, and I was like, Mary, don't you dare go into government, because this is what I'll feel like, because I felt like I was on her shoulder, like feeling everything, feeling it all. So the directing was fantastic. What about you? What's your GBG?
So, Mary, I kind of am in agreement with you about the directing. My good was the visual language of this episode. If you noticed, if you paid attention to the direction and also how things looked in the shot, you'll notice that there are warped backgrounds because of the lens choice, right? There's a lot of shallow focus. There's candlelight. There's oppressive interiors. And also, Mary, that score by Ramin Djawadi with that banging metal. It almost sounded like a gong, but like not a gong. It was like someone was banging on the hull of a ship.
See what he uses, yeah.
Because every time that bang happened, something new was coming. It was almost like a Pavlovian response. And I couldn't get enough of it. I just thought it was awesome. And because of all of that, we are just really in the headspace, the psychological space of Rhaenyra. And like you said, Mary, it's making us feel that pressure that she is feeling between all, and that warped background of because of the lens shot. Now, whether or not that was the creative choice or that was a byproduct of the shallow focus, and they were like, oh, cool, But if they really intended on doing that, my feeling is, yeah, that's really great because the only thing that's in focus is Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Like it's her POV the entire time. The camera is on her face almost the entire time. Real invasive close-up shots. And what you can infer from the shot is Rhaenyra's here, but everything else around her is warped. And we don't know if Rhaenyra's the only sane one or she's seeing how everything is warped because she's crazy, right? Or because she's under so much pressure. I couldn't get enough of the visual language of this episode. I thought it was great. My bad. Now that you say it, Mary, again, I'm kind of in agreement with you.
Thank you.
I would say this is...
It like bothered me. When things bother me that much,
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense, and then it wasn't acknowledged. Had it been acknowledged, then it would have made sense because it would have been on purpose.
Yep.
But this just seems stupid. And like I said, out of anybody, it would have been different if she sent the dragon seed, those 3 guys, to go get Daeron.
Yep.
And they were like, whatever, come on, little kid, we don't need your dragon. But you sent Daemon. Daemon, who saw the dragon right there.
Good point. It's a good point, Mary. I didn't think of it. I was thinking of it more on a character level, meaning I hope this choice illuminates Ormond more for us. And I hope that the switcheroo isn't a twist for the sake of a twist, right? And because this was my original bad. Wasn't that it was it's the switch because they didn't see the dragon and blah, blah, blah. It was, okay, we got a twist, but why? For what? What is gained out of this? Either by Ormond or for us as viewers, what do we learn? How do we learn it? And I don't know if we had that, right? And for me, that's kind of why this is not a 5+ for me. And I could, now that you've brought up this other bad, I might have to go down. I might have to go to like a 4.97.
Yeah. And is this who Larys and Aemon are trying to go to? Are they trying to go to Old Town? Where are they trying to go to? Because I forget the map.
They're trying to go to
Rook's
Rook's
Rest,
Rest.
right?
Yes.
Okay. And we did get confirmation from Alicent that Aemon's dragon is dead. She said his dragon is dead and he's so scorched and nobody knows what he looks like. So she just said his dragon is dead.
Sure.
So even though we haven't seen like the body or anything, she said it.
Yeah, but how reliable is that though?
I take her as a truth teller right now.
Sorry, let me reframe that, Mary. We'll reframe that. It's not that I don't think that she's lying. Or rather, I don't think she's lying.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fully willing to admit that she probably thinks she's saying the truth. And I think even Daemon said it too. Like it was like, oh yeah, no, he's dead, he's burnt and whatever.
No, he said he's not here. Daemon said he's gone. When he talked to Ormond, he didn't say Aemon's dead. He said he's run away.
No, not Aemond. Aegon.
Aegon. Sorry.
No, but I remember...
I've said I've said Aegon,
Yeah.
Aemond as Aemon, but you guys know what I mean.
I feel like... I can't...
That person who wrote that review
But
on Apple
regardless,
Podcasts. Gonna be mad.
something doesn't feel right about this situation.
No, and it's a mess up.
I feel like... Well, no, I mean the dragon with Aegon and...
Oh, okay.
Something just doesn't feel... It feels like we're just overlooking...
Well, hopefully that's not another F up. If they F up 2 dragons in the friggin' House of the Dragon,
I don't think so.
if anyone on their team is listening, you got some explaining to do.
I don't think...
Because we have been taught if you don't see a dead body
Correct.
and a head chopped off,
Yep.
then it's not dead.
Yep. So, all right. In my great, and again, I have to say this again, Mary, the whole idea that this episode has a theme and it carries the theme out, it is relatively singular to itself. It's not carrying the water of the whole season. It has a thing that it needs to say, and it sticks with that. My feeling is that we are getting a chance to see what the Targaryen madness looks like.
Ooh, you're calling it madness already.
Yeah. And
I don't know if I like that.
but let me just explain it. Because I think for a long time, we as an audience have just been groomed to think that if you're a mad Targaryen, that's it. Like, you're mad, you're crazy. But I wonder what that looks like, right? Is the Targaryen madness something that you're just born with, or is it something that happens over time? And the show is not calling her a mad queen. And I think that is great. Because what I want to see what that process looks like. Right? And what I mean is this. It's not that she's just suddenly irrational. It's not that she's just suddenly like banana land. Like, all these little things keep happening. All these little things keep pushing her and pushing her. And the weird thing is that what she does and what she says and how she says it, since you're stuck with her in her POV, it all kind of makes sense, right? It seems like very reasonable answers for the most part. But again, you can feel that there's something brewing. You can feel like she loses time, right? Like there's that moment where she wakes up on the way to give the food. What happened during that time?
What do you mean? She took a nap.
I know, but I'm saying she's
like me, can nap anywhere. Plus, she's having her period and she's exhausted.
Right.
And nobody's giving her a moment. She also didn't know how to, Calendly on Google.
Yes.
She needs a Calendly. She needs, rather than people interrupting her all the time, that was her first moment of quiet, and Missandra let her sleep.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know. My sense is that this could be what the beginnings of what a mad Targaryen looks like. And
I would have taken it more. Daemon, with all of his super crazy dreams, could be more mad. This, to me, is understandable. If anybody had the day she had.
But that's the thing. Maybe it all starts off as understandable. Okay. And then as they go, you know how we always say, like, your mom, my dad, there's nobody there to tell them, hey, why don't you calm down? You're being irrational, because they're just stuck in their own juices for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's what happens to Targaryens.
Okay.
Because all these things start to build up.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can only start trusting themselves. And then when somebody steps in to be like, no, can't do that, they're like, what are you talking about?
Why did you just sound like Scooby?
I don't know.
Scooby-Doo.
What are you talking to, Shaggy?
And the other half of this, Mary, is, does this help enlighten what happened with Daenerys at the end of season 8?
No.
Does this help ease what happened?
No, completely different things.
How
Apples,
come?
oranges. Apples, oranges. Daenerys, that was bad writing.
Well,
What happened there was wild. It was bananas. This is a person who is trying their best to do what they believe is right, to finally take charge of something that they've believed they were supposed to take charge of years ago, has lost two of the most important people in their life, plus more, let's be real, over time. I don't know. I'm just...
Well, think about it, though, because Daenerys was convinced she was doing the right thing. She was trying to do what was right. She even has that conversation with Jon Snow, where it was like, yeah, but it's hard to see things that have never been before.
Man. She burns them all.
Yeah. I get it.
I don't see, I do not see Rhaenyra in this episode being capable of burn them all. She is stealing from the rich, giving to the poor.
No,
she's Robin King.
Sorry,
Robin Hood.
Let me reframe that. I'm not saying this is, Rhaenyra has this feeling and then all of a sudden she's Mad Queen. What I'm saying is this feels like the beginning of that, where you start to distrust everybody around you. And she even herself says this episode, yeah, there's nobody here except me. And she has Daemon, but how reliable is that? Right? So when you start just sitting in your own juices and you start thinking that, okay, I'm right, I'm going to do this. I think about Daenerys and I'm like, okay, when did that begin for her? If it did. And the whole point is she went mad, okay, at the end. Okay, fine. Whether you call it bad writing, lazy writing, whatever, it happened. What I wonder is, did it begin like this for her? And if that's the case, does this help ease what happened with her at the end?
I say no.
No. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So when she serves those rats, Mary, all I could think of was, that's something Mary would do. 1,000%.
Yes.
What a power move.
Yeah.
What a just giant F you to these
That's
people.
why it was my good.
Oh, I loved that.
Like, none of you are my friends. I don't even know who you are, but I do know that you're hoarding all the food from the people who need it. You nasty people. And it's like, kill two birds with one stone. I've got too many rats. Here we go.
Yep.
This is what other people have to eat, so why don't you try it? Why don't you try it on for size, little hair lady? And oh my goodness, yeah, I'm stealing all your food, by the way.
Is the isolation of what Rhaenyra is going through? Do you think that is what leads her to have this kind of big moment where she serves the rats to these people?
The isolation?
Yeah, because again, we like, remember somebody said, like, oh, what would your dad do? And she's like, oh, I think he would throw a banquet.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody there to help her. So she has to go rely on what she thinks her dad would have done. Which, by the way, is also undercut by the fact that Alicent, when they were having one of those conversations, was saying he made a world of his own.
Mm-hmm.
And we were not living in that world.
Yes.
We were not privy to it. Right? So even the thing that she does think she can trust wasn't even real to begin with.
Yeah.
Right? So what I'm saying is she is alone. She is alone and she's isolated.
Well, and that's it. And that's why it's like, screw it. I'll feed you rats. Because none of those people are her friends. None of them are her small council. And let's be real. None of them have the same viewpoint as her. She wants to take care of the small folk. She does. She cares about them. She appreciates. I mean, she forgets about them every once in a while. But
yeah,
she does care more than she cares about these rich crapola people. So why not?
Sure.
Why not do it? I mean, I don't think it's going to help her. But whatever. Whatever, man. Eat rats, steal their food. I'm here for it. Life is short. You just lost your kids. Like, whatever. She doesn't want to be their besties. They suck.
Sure.
So let's make a memorable experience out of it. And God forbid this news gets out there. Like, I know there's no newspapers or like social media, but if the small folk learn about this, oh my God, they're going to be like, you got the food while you serve them rats. that would make a lot of people pumped about her. I hope they get to know.
Yeah,
it's on the Tapestry.
That's true. It is.
The Tapestry got ripped in this episode.
Oh, I love that. There's a lot of things that actually happen with this Tapestry, as a matter of fact. So now that we're here, we can actually talk about it. The Tapestry has a lot of very specific changes. Rhaenyra is now obviously at the center of King's Landing in the Tapestry. She's standing with her arms open, and Syrax's wings are spread behind her, almost like a holy image. And it's supposed to, I think, celebrate the fact that she is there. That she is triumphant. But on the other side of this is that Rhaenyra has Mysaria and Daemon on one side. And I think like those two are representative of that cunning side of Rhaenyra, because on the other side is Corlys as the hand of the queen, but also Alicent and Helaena as being part of Rhaenyra's court, which is really interesting. they're not prisoners. They just seem to be like equals, right? And at the base of the swords around the Iron Throne, there's also a rat in the tapestry, which is great. And then we have also the crowd imagery that you talked about, and then the tapestry tears, as you said. And what that I feel like represents is it's the larger divide that is coming between the North and the South that Jason Cragen and we're talking about, but also the things that are happening between Aegon and Rhaenyra.
What divided the North and the South?
Well, the fact that the North was becoming more of its own thing, and then the South was becoming more of its own thing. That Jason Cragen were talking about it last season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It just feels like. And like last episode too, Mary, we were talking about how the tapestry kind of works as like the official history, that it's being very curated.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's ripping, it feels like that message is coming apart. Like no longer can they curate the image that they want to have. It's just the story itself is now kind of falling apart. I really like that too. So that's interesting. Another thing I found fascinating in this episode too, Mary, is Alicent.
She's fantastic.
I thought she was awesome in this episode.
She really is.
Because she's
been awesome for a while.
She has been. She could have went to Rhaenyra and said, "Hey, flip her the bird, and yeah, I'm not helping you with nothing.
Mm-hmm. You just killed my dad.
Yeah.
That wasn't the deal."
And the funny thing is, Mary, is that I think Alicent is probably the only person that Rhaenyra can trust.
Mm.
And that Alicent is there as Rhaenyra's conscience almost. It's like, oh, no, like, this is going to suck. Like, you're going to do things that you never wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe what your dad said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, your stomach is going to turn when you have to make these decisions. And, you know, I do wonder what her motivation is in all of this. Like, is it just self-preservation? Is she actually trying to help Rhaenyra? Is she trying to pull a fast one on Rhaenyra? But she does help Rhaenyra understand what, like, the problems with the faith. She understands the mechanics of King's Landing and like the politics behind it, because she's already lived inside of it, right? And that she has every reason under the sun to withhold, yet she doesn't. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
I think she truly just wants to right the wrongs that she mostly caused. And I think she and Rhaenyra have had a come to Jesus moment where it's like, oh man, this has gotten wildly out of control. So many of our kids are dead and all these kind of things are going on. Let's just do what we can to make it right. Mm-hmm. I can appreciate, though, where her patience is running thin because she has done all that she could. I love when she's like, basically says, why am I being punished for things that men do?
Yeah, that is a hot button.
Loved it.
That was a hot button thing.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. Like, I know you said you loved it, but
I love
why
it just
do
because
you love
it's so true. Like, we've been saying for so long in this series that the women, you know, who, if they could just rule, it would have been a lot less complicated. So many things would have been different. But obviously, in this universe, it's a patriarchy. And she can only do so much. She is the queen mother. Her daughter was the queen, but kind of a space shot at that. And it's like, no matter what they said, no matter anything, they would never have had as much power as if they were a man. Like, Aemon was able just to come in and be like, well, I'm going to go sit on the throne. No questions asked.
Yeah.
But if Alicent did that, heck, even Rhaenyra just trying to do it when she was the rightful heir has been this difficult. So I loved that. It's not my fault that Larys took him. No one asked me. I don't know what's been going on with Aemon. No one asked me. I don't know. I can't, and granted, she could have just said, like, I can't be held responsible for other people's choices, but it's the guys who've been messing it up.
Fair. Do you want to
Aside from Pirate Queen Lady,
do you want
kind of awesome.
Do you want an early theory?
Yeah.
We got all this stuff with Corlys going on, and him being wicked pissed off.
Yes, he is.
That Rhaenyra will not legitimize Addam and Alyn.
Mm-hmm.
And like, she doesn't even ask the question, what do you want to be called? She just says, okay, you're Addam of Hull. You know, like,
Ta-da.
yeah, wee. Corlys is not a happy man. And he's following in his brother's footsteps, Vaemond, right?
Yes.
Where it was like, oh, no, I'm going to call her out for all the crap that this lady's been doing. Which I think he kind of has a right to right now. I think Alicent becomes the next hand of the queen.
I'm so down for that.
I think that would be awesome.
That would be amazing. I would love that.
I think that'd be so cool.
She might have to be like a secret one though, but that would be amazing. If she could be hand of the queen, I'm going to love those 2 episodes or however
Right.
it lasts. Yes, please. I mean, she's going to have to get a new room. You can't be a prisoner if you're hand. No, I would love that. I would. Corlys, he needs a vacation. He needs a reset button.
Oh, yeah.
He lost his wife. His home has been burned down.
He needs a silence retreat.
And like, let's be real. I'm not going to lie, but like, I kind of wanted to say, if I was Rhaenyra, I would have been like, buddy, I appreciate that you don't have any kids anymore and that you like suddenly care about these 2. I've cared more about them than you ever did.
Sure. Like
all of a sudden you're like, they need to have my name. They've been alive for 25, 30 years and you didn't give a flying fig Newton. And then you even knew them even more. Because let's be real, like Aaron is older than Alyn.
Yes.
So he banged this lady multiple times.
Yep.
Knew she had a baby.
Did it anyway.
Still came back. Made another baby with her. So you knew you had these sons hanging out in the world, and you didn't care a flippin' fig Newton about it. So now all of a sudden you're like, they need my name. Screw you. You've been a crappy dad. All right? Give me a moment. It is day 1. I can't do it right now in the current political environment. She didn't say I'll never do it.
Sure.
She was just like, buddy, I can't right now. It's crazy. I haven't even had my coronation yet. I can't like make them part of the royal family.
Yeah, but what's it to her if she does do that? Like
what she just said. She's like, she's not even had her coronation or been anointed. And she has to worry about the legitimacy of her own family that everyone knows is kind of out there. So she's like, I'm not even technically really queen yet. She doesn't say I'll never do it.
Yeah.
She doesn't say I hate your kids and I don't want them at Christmas with me celebrating under the family tree. No, she's just like, I can't right now because of the current political climate. I wish I could. I can't right now. And then he loses his ish.
Yeah.
Like, selfish, shitty dad. Oh, now I care about my sons.
Yeah.
And then he outs the bastard thing just left and right, yelling. You know what? He'd be off I don't want him as hand anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think he's donezo.
You get to go to Hawaii.
How much do you want to bet he goes to Ormond?
I don't care at this point. I hope he dies. I'm over him.
What a turn of events.
I'm over him.
What a total turn of events.
Yelling that her dead kids are bastards.
Yeah.
Like yelling it. Being a little baby when she doesn't say I'll never do it. You're asking her to do something she truly can't do. She's not really fully queen. Give her a friggin' break.
Right. And
go cry in your pillow.
And one of the things that we learned, I think, from this episode, especially as it relates to Rhaenyra, is that, power is one thing. She had the power immediately. As soon as she and Daemon flew into King's Landing and started walking around all those halls, and then eventually the gold cloaks show up and they take off all of the stuff. They take down all of the high tower people, right? And even throughout this episode, you always see the banners, the green banners falling down to the ground, and then at the end getting burned. She absolutely has power. And you saw a very, very specific visual representation of that through those banners being thrown to the ground. what she's truly chasing, Mary, is legitimacy.
Correct.
And I think that she's been chasing that legitimacy far
Forever.
longer.
Forever.
Yeah.
Ever since she was named her dad's heir.
Right. And that's what I think is the real wound for her.
Yeah.
And that's why I think because here's another thing that I loved. She meets with the High Septon.
Oh, man.
And the High Septon says,
And
no, I
the
can't do
Septons
it.
have their own accent. Have you noticed that? Like, if you just listen, you're like, he's a Septon in this universe. They have their own little accent way of speaking. It's very much still Game of Thrones.
I have not noticed that.
Their little lilt and stuff and the way they speak.
I'm going to pay attention to
Please
that
do.
now. I will. She meets with the High Septon.
Want to know how I know this?
How do you know this?
Because sometimes I watch the episode by actually listening to it. I put on, instead of captions, I put on audio description and I just listen to it.
Yep.
And so I just listen to their voices a lot more too.
Fair enough. I will look at this now.
I mean, will you?
I will. No, seriously, because now you got me interested.
Okay,
I gotta hear it now. She goes to meet the High Septon. The High Septon shows up and says, "Okay, great, you're here." And then she says, "All right, so coronation, we got to get this done."
Mm-hmm.
And the guy says, "Nope, we're not doing that." And she has decided to say that Aegon is dead.
He's like, where's the body?
Yeah, where's the body? Where's the body? And she's like, well, he ain't here. He's dead. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I can't. That's great for you to say. I love that for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I crowned a king.
Yep.
And notice that he's not very specific to Aegon. He's not like, oh, I am supporting Aegon.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying I'm supporting the royalty. Like I'm supporting the office of the king, if you will. So I think that's an important dichotomy. But I think what's really interesting is Rhaenyra is looking to get herself to be queen the legitimate way.
She's trying.
Yet she's using illegitimate means to do it. She's saying that Aegon is dead. She doesn't know. She just decided, yeah, he's dead.
No, she knows he's not dead.
No, she doesn't.
She knows he's not dead. Alicent said he ran away and he's burned and nobody looks what he knows what he looks like.
No, that's what I'm saying.
She knows he's not dead. She ran away.
So she's lying.
Yeah.
She's looking to get legitimacy through an illegitimate means.
Yes.
And if you notice the direction Clare Kilner has,
in her opinion, it's always been legitimate that she has it. So.
But regardless.
Two wrongs don't make a right, Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Go kill him.
The way they're having this conversation in the throne room, and if you noticed, Mary, they have this really big high shot of the two of them in the throne room.
The two of who? The
the High Septon and Rhaenyra.
Oh, I didn't think it was so high.
No, it was really high.
Oh.
And you could tell it was really high because it was showing you the top of one of the columns.
Okay.
And the column that they're showing is that of Viserys. And Viserys is holding his little model.
Cute.
And he's looking down at the High Septon and Rhaenyra. And I found that, again, to be really interesting visual work because Viserys is the one that named her his heir, yet he kind of named her an heir to something that he just kind of made up. And you can visually see it. Right above Rhaenyra in the High Septon is the model that Viserys is holding.
Okay.
So I think that's really cool.
That is.
I think it's interesting.
Is this Septon going to stay alive?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I hope he doesn't start running his mouth, being like, she wants me to anoint her. Have you seen a body? I haven't seen a body. Like, I don't want him making rumors, doing all that kind of stuff. No, thank you. I'm all set with that.
And
the moment he starts running his mouth, he should be dead. The other guy I feel bad for is it Orwyle? Maester?
Oh, yeah, the Maester.
Oh, my God. That guy is tossed around more than laundry in a washing machine.
I know, man. That poor guy.
That poor guy.
He's just like along for the ride. Okay, you're here. I'm here. Let's go.
Poor little man.
Rhaenyra's also, as you said, Mary, kind of looking for legitimacy from the people.
Yes.
But that to me is very fickle.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't. She also said that that she knows that the food that she's giving is only going to be good for a day or two, but it's the message.
Not that it's going to spoil, but you mean there's only so much.
Yeah. And what happens when the food does run out? The people that are there praising her and loving her and saying her name and tossing roses, that's going to turn pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she kind of did the high family, the highborn families dirty.
Mm-hmm.
But how much do you think that's going to matter when people are hungry?
I don't know. Time will tell.
And when she said, yeah, this is about the message, all I could think of was the Joker in The Dark Knight. And I know I've had a couple of Joker references in this podcast so far, like in the past couple of episodes, but we just rewatched The Dark Knight and it's in my head. So there's a moment when he says in the movie, it's not about the money, it's about sending a message. And then he burns all the money in the movie and he says, and everything burns. And I just thought it was so cool that at the end of the episode, all of the Hightower stuff is all in one giant pile and it's all lit aflame. And Rhaenyra's looking at it, staring, wondering, okay, what is next? Mm-hmm. And everything burns.
Yeah.
Like, how cool is that?
You know what I've been wanting?
What?
That shot was so good because it was mostly flames and then her a little bit. I wanted her to touch the fire.
Oh.
I want like a callback to Daenerys being able to walk through the fire and everything.
Yeah.
And so there was so much. I wanted to see, like, does she have that Targaryen special thing where they can't burn?
Oh, that would have been really cool.
But it didn't happen. I thought it was. I was like, ooh, I know it's going to happen here.
That would have been really
it didn't.
cool.
But what did happen is she had her period.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was so good and so real. One of my favorite things in this series is like when she was breastfeeding and she was leaking. I just love the humanity in it. I really struggle with shows where they lose the humanity, where they lose it, and every character is always in perfect health, and they're never busy, and they don't have kid problems or relationship problems. Like 24 used to bother me so much because Jack had 24 hours to solve a problem. And never once did he go to the bathroom.
Nope. Never
once did he even eat a freaking granola bar while he was driving somewhere.
Yep.
And I was like, this is not okay. He's not even stopping to get a coffee to keep going. And there were many times he could. And I would...
In the first season, he was eating. I'll give them credit.
But after that, it went out the window.
I agree.
And it bothered me because I was like, this is not a realistic 24 hours. He could be having a conversation and still eating something. Or like come out from the bathroom or something. I don't know. It just bothered me. And this shows the humanity of it. And I like that it's not... It to me, it wasn't done in a way of like, oh, this is why women can't lead. Like, to me, it wasn't that. It was... This is another thing she has to go through in like the worst timing ever. It's like when people get their period on their wedding or on the first day of a big trip.
Yeah.
And for many individuals, they suffer with not only bleeding, but you have to worry about, is my clothes going to get a mess? So her maid servant was like, all right, I'll get a little thing. You'll be fine. You're wearing your big dress. You're going to be cool. But it's part of the reason why she is so tired.
Sure.
She just needs a little nap, some chocolate, Netflix, a little heated blanket, and like maybe a spinach pie.
Sure. Absolutely. Spinach pies are great.
They're so great, especially when you're losing a lot of iron.
Yep.
Like she just doesn't have that. And as a person who in recent years has struggled with my own time of the month, I gotta tell you, it is a pain in the butt because the world doesn't stop. The
not a
world
pain in the butt.
It's pain near the butt. So it's just like it just sucks. And so I feel like for anybody who menstruates, who saw this, they were like, "Yep, of course, day one, this is what happens, and she has to put up with it."
Yeah.
And I just loved that humanity. I really have appreciated that with this show.
Yeah.
And the extra things that these characters have to put up with because she gives birth because she's menstruating. Like, it's everything that the guys would have to deal with and then more.
Sure. Yeah, I think what they did to Rhaenyra, one of the great things that I love about House of the Dragon is that it constantly puts its main characters in a position that it's like torturing them. Like it just keeps throwing stuff at them.
They don't catch a break.
And they never catch a break. And it's always trying to push their limits, to their emotional limits, their physical limits. But I think the thing that this show does differently than other shows, and I'm going to use Outlander as an example here, just because we've been watching it and we just finished the final season. Mary, you and I have talked about the final season of Outlander just being and then storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's this happened, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then that happens. It's just over and over and over, and it just spins. This episode for me is very much but their foretelling. It's very much character informs the plot storytelling. And I think it really works because, like, Rhaenyra's banquet comes from the idea that she needs to prove her authority and she needs to feed the people, right? So those things that happen in the plot are informed by her need, her emotional desire to be a legitimate force. Alicent's counsel comes from the place of experience and guilt. Corlys, his frustration and his confrontation of the bastards and everything, that comes from years of public hypocrisy and trying to overcome that, and fatherhood that he denied. So now he feels like he has to go ahead and push for his kids to be legitimized. And I would even say the faith's refusal, the High Septon's refusal here, is about self-preservation. If they all of a sudden start making these decisions like, yeah, okay, we can do this now, then who's to say that they're needed at all, right? He has to say no. He has to preserve his authority. So I think this is a perfect representation of but therefore still storytelling. And it does it so well. And I think that's why I love this episode so much.
That's awesome. There was a point that I wanted to bring up.
What?
Rhaenyra is so mad about Aemond being in Harrenhal that she says whoever kills Aemond can have Harrenhal because I don't need it anymore.
Right.
I already have all the Riverlands. Like, it's fine. What if Alice kills Aemon? Because now he's like there bleeding by her feet.
Oh, I love this.
So does she get what she wanted? She wants Harrenhal. And he's right there bleeding in front of her.
Here's another question. What if she pits, just for the sake of narrativium, I'm going to say that Aemond lives, right? Like, Aemond is going to live.
Yeah.
So we have to go under that idea. So if he lives, now he has to answer to not only Aegon, but my sense is that Alice is going to pit Aemond against Daemon. And she will have both of them knock each other off. And if that's the case, then she could have Harrenhal. Does that jive with what you're saying?
Kind of. I mean, I see Rhaenyra making this big proclamation. Whoever kills him gets Harrenhal.
Yep.
And yeah.
I think it's going to be Alice. I think you're right, Mary.
Why not? But
I don't think it's going to be a direct, oh, I killed Aemond thing. It's going to be, I'm going to take care of two problems at once. It's going to be Daemon versus Aemond. That's my thought.
Yeah.
And then, let's just say that happens. And Alice does show up and is like, okay, where's Harrenhal? And then Rhaenyra doesn't give it to her. Oh.
Well, and like, what's God's Eye? Because
that's the lake, the God's Eye Lake.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's a big thing. Like, all of that magic and everything, it just seems to wrap Harrenhal.
Yeah.
And it feels like there's going to be a moment of reckoning here at Harrenhal. it feels like everything's pointing that way.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it totally does.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. Oh, notice too that the Red Keep, I almost thought of Hogwarts. You know how we always say that Hogwarts is a character in Harry Potter,
Yes.
and that it feels alive.
Yes.
Like it feels like it pushes people to do certain things.
Mhm.
I kind of get the same feeling from the Red Keep in
Why?
this episode. And I think because we're in Rhaenyra's POV,
Yes.
there was this scene where Rhaenyra and Daemon were speaking. And they're speaking, I think it's in the throne room. And they were framed by one of the door jambs, which was then framed by the rest of the rest of the other room. And they were these two little small figures in this door jamb frame of the throne room. And as I'm looking at that, I was like, man, it just feels like this is all a giant trap for these two. It feels like the Red Keep is almost working against them, at least the way that it was visually told. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just enjoyed how much she was walking. That lady needed a pedometer on her.
Yeah,
because she was
how
nonstop
many
walking.
steps does she do?
And she never had a moment of silence aside from when she got to take her little nap in the carriage. But like every time she walked, she never even got to finish her job. Like people were asking her, like, how about this? How about that? Like it never stopped. It never ended. She never got a conclusion really with anything. I felt terribly
it's like
for
this
her.
frantic pace of what are we doing? How are we doing it?
Calendly.
We need money. We need food. If we don't get food, then the people are going to rise. But if we don't have money, we can't do the things. And Daemon's telling her one thing. Her little makeshift counsel's telling her another.
Yeah.
And then she's got Alicent being her she's got so many things pulling at her.
And she doesn't have any money. And where is the money? I don't know. We killed the guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Where's the money, Blake? Where's the money? Where do you think it is?
I think the Lannisters have it.
But they just killed both Lannisters.
Well, they killed. They killed,
beheaded one. One we think sunk, but once again we didn't see his dead body, so he might still be alive.
That's correct. I think
Pirate Lannister.
I think Pirate Lannister. I think it was Jason Lannister.
Okay.
No, was it Tyland or is it Jason? No, it was Tyland.
He got thrown over because she's like, "How heavy is your armor?" And she threw him over.
Right.
So
I think the Lannisters have it.
Are we supposed to assume he's dead?
I think so.
I think so too, because she said that.
I mean, well, obviously there's a line there, right? Like
one could think that Corlys died in his heavy armor, and he didn't die. So if he didn't die, I'm not going to believe that Lannister pirate died.
Like there's a reason why in Game of Thrones the Lannisters have a stupid amount of money. Does that mean that all their money comes from this? No, but I think it doesn't hurt.
Nah.
I think it puts them in a position. I think it puts them in a position to be where they are and to let the crown borrow from them and give them that much leverage and common interest into and a working, healthy investment in the crown, so that they can hold it over them.
But will the Lannisters now join Rhaenyra since they were defeated?
It feels like a very Lannister thing to do.
Yeah. Daemon, not only did he mess up the dragon problem,
yep,
but when Mysaria is saying stuff like, "But what about the people?" and then Rhaenyra goes like, "She's my mistress of whispers."
Oh yeah.
Daemon does this little look like, "What the fuck?"
Excuse me, what?
Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I definitely
did. Such cool, like little micro actings. Even when he was talking to Ormond, and he was like, "Oh, guess what?
Yeah,
war's over.
Yeah,
you guys get to go and relax in peace in Old Town."
Yeah,
and even
like,
just the stuff he was doing with his hands.
Yeah.
Just like whatever. And if you want, Ulf can take over Old Town, but like just the little nuances with his hands and his face in this episode were so good.
And how he had I loved how he was using his sword almost as like a cane.
Yeah.
I thought that, and how he's just resting on it.
Yep.
you can tell, you can feel the arrogance a little bit.
Yes.
The overconfidence a little bit. And that's why I was willing to say that he was so overconfident that he kind of overlooked the whole dragon thing.
I mean, he's pumped when Ormond kneels in front of him, too.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, go about your merry way. Potentially, but that's why I'm saying if it was someone else who I didn't think had such a close relationship with their dragon, I might have fallen for it. I don't with him.
Yeah, I think that's a fair criticism, Mary.
Yeah.
One thing I also love here as well is I just love the fact that we keep coming back to the rats.
I don't.
Oh, I think that is just having that as a thing that keeps going throughout
They need
the
to
show.
get some cats in up here. Some barn cats.
I mean, we've all noticed the rats, and they are now, as Rhaenyra is in power, they're appearing in like very deliberate spaces. In this case, they were underneath the throne, right? They're around the food stores. They're inside the Red Keep itself, and they eventually become what we see as the centerpiece of Rhaenyra's banquet, right? But they are more than just symbols of the things that are going wrong in the Red Keep, the decay of all the things that are happening. They are, I think, becoming representative of the people and the symbols of like the populace. And
That's their sigil.
the populace is getting closer and closer to the throne, right?
Well,
and kings and queens, they all come and go.
Yeah.
But the rats are always there.
Well, and how sad that, like, as we're losing more dragons, we're getting more rats.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I keep coming back to this idea that she wants legitimacy, Rhaenyra. And she's trying to get legitimacy in multiple ways, but the one thing that she's banking on is the people. And eventually, as rats do, they will overwhelm the Red Keep.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, I think what's going to happen is Rhaenyra is going to fall prey to the people at some point.
Interesting.
Because the rats are always there.
So
the people
nasty.
are always there. And I just love that we keep coming back to it. And I love that the show is doing things like this and then also staying in Rhaenyra's POV and just kind of getting weird with it, but not leaving behind what the visual language of the show is. You know, I remember when we were, again, well, I'll just name Outlander here. Remember the episode Famous Last Words where it was the silent film with Roger? I thought that was a really cool idea. But it was so far removed from the rest of the show that it was like, okay, that was a thing we did.
It was a thing we did to be a little weird and artsy.
Yeah. But it never came through again anymore.
No.
There was never any flashbacks to it. It was a thing that they did, and wee, look at us, we're cool. And then nothing. Whereas this feels like it's part of that world. It feels like the warping of the backgrounds, the rats, the less dragons,
sounds,
more rats.
The weird,
sounds.
awkward sounds that keep you on edge.
Right. And even the silence that keeps you on edge. That feels very much part of the DNA of the show. They're just highlighting that thing more. It's not just wee, look at us, we're doing something different.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Helaena.
She just wants her chickens, man.
Oh my God. When she asked Rhaenyra, did it make you feel better killing Otto because you lost Jace?
Love that.
To me, it wasn't sarcastic.
No. That was honest.
And it makes me wonder, like, is it because she wants to know if I kill someone, will it make me feel better about what happened to my kid?
Right.
Like, that's how I took it.
Oh, that's how I took it too.
Like, did it make you feel better? Or even like, I kind of care about you, but also like the kind of pain and grief she's going through. Like, I haven't thought about that avenue.
Yeah.
But you're here now.
Like, I think it was an honest question.
Yes.
Like, the way that I look at Helaena is that she's just weird, right? And she doesn't have a filter.
No.
And she doesn't know how to interact with people. So because of that, she asks an honest question that feels like, oh, does it make you feel better now?
How has her mom not been like, can you start a diary? Because you've said some stuff that has come true. How has that not happened, Alicent?
Oh, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Let's get with the program here. Use the magic, people.
Anything else you want to talk about in this episode, my darling?
Not really.
Yeah, I think we covered it.
Yeah.
All right. Ready for 5 questions that got nothing to do with House of the Dragon?
Sure.
Let's do it. Here we go. All right. Number 1. What is the most dramatic thing you have ever done when you were hangry?
Oh my God.
I could name one of them.
Okay, what? Was it Bermuda?
No, you weren't hangry then.
I was
You were just hot. No. It was when the little corner store didn't have Oreos.
That wasn't hanger though. That was postpartum depression or blues.
I know, but you were hungry and you wanted Oreos.
I was like
they didn't
3
have
days
it.
post-birth, and all I wanted was Oreos. And Blake went, and they didn't have it, and I cried.
And not just like a single tear. Sobbed.
That's not real hangry though.
You were
Blake.
pretty hangry.
No, that was hormonal. Like, yes, I would have loved to eat them, but that was a hormonal thing.
Fair.
Like, all I wanted today was Oreos, and nothing has gone right. And this baby is crazy, and my body's
haven't
doing weird
slept.
things, and all I wanted was an Oreo, and I can't even freaking get an Oreo. What kind of world is this?
A world without Oreos.
Oh my God.
It's not a world I want to live in.
Craziest hangry thing I've ever done. I don't know. You know, like, I think I've definitely like eaten things that I wouldn't have normally eaten.
Sure.
And like oftentimes it would be like a little sneaky snack or like candy. Like I feel like I've eaten like those wax soda bottle things out of hanger when like I wouldn't really like it, but I thought if I just chew wax, maybe I will think I'm full.
I still can't believe that our parents let us eat wax soda
They
bottles.
still sell them.
I know. It's bananas to
Yeah.
me. And like, there was just...
And I would steal people's food. That was the other thing, because my parents did like weird foods.
Yeah.
So I would either go over friends' houses knowing that their parents would give me snacks. Like these poor parents, my friends' parents must be like, Mary was a hungry kid. She would come over and be like, hi, do you still have all those grapes? Like I ate all the time when I was at someone else's house. So that's it.
Oh.
Looking back at it now, like now that I'm a mom of kids the age that I was hangry all the time, and I wasn't mean, but I definitely was like, hey, ask your mom if she can make mac and cheese. Like I was one of those people. All the time. My parents were serving lentils and cabbage.
I never asked my friends' parents to do anything.
Because you ate normal food. You actually ate like very delicious food. You didn't have the 80s, 90s cabbage diet at
No,
home.
we did not. We did
and
not.
lentils, lentil burgers, lentil soup.
That's so gross.
Yes,
Oh.
Blake. Yes.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think I ever asked anything of my friends' parents.
I
ever.
would ask my friends to tell their parents. I'd be like, you know what? I could really go for right now.
Oh my God.
Do you want mac and cheese? I kind of do, Mary. Let's do it then. Let's do it. Yeah.
I do specifically remember one time though. I slept over at one of my friends' houses, and in order to avoid going to bed, this is when we were like, I don't know, 10, maybe less than that. We had a bunk bed.
Okay.
And I was on the top bunk and he was on the bottom bunk. And his mother was like, okay, all right, kids, you got to go to bed. And the lights were off and everything. And my friend says, hey, watch this. And he's like, Mom. And she's like, yes. He says, can I have some juice? Just to like avoid going to bed.
Yeah.
And then I was like, could I have juice too? And like, that was like the one time I remember.
It's because you were fed well as a child, Blake.
All right, number 2. What is the one room in your house that somehow becomes cursed the second you try to clean it?
Oh, God. My bedroom?
Ow, that is 1,000% true.
Yeah.
I will work for hours
Cleaning my stuff.
cleaning your stuff.
Yep.
And I'm a loving husband. I got no problem with it. I'll do it.
It's a problem for me.
But the next day,
Yeah.
half of it's back.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that happens.
I don't know either. It's definitely like an undiagnosed problem.
Oh, man.
How about you?
Well, your
It's the
room.
same- oh, yeah. Okay,
your
so we're
room.
the same one.
Although, but I would also say our entryway. Our entryway, I will have that sparkling. Everything is put away nicely.
We don't keep our entryway nice.
That's because you guys come home.
the dining room one?
Yeah, and just it's a tornado.
It is.
It just the second you come home, bags.
You don't like do
shoes.
anything though. Like you don't come home from like sports with the kids and groceries and stuff.
No, when I do, I come home
You're
with
like
them.
a simpleton. Like
and
you don't have to.
And I say, put your stuff away. Everything's got a home. Put it in the home.
Yeah, but then you need to actively help them.
No, they do it because I tell them,
Oh.
go put it away.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh man,
They come home and they want a snack, and I know what that feels like.
the entry,
So
the
I go make them
entryway.
a snack.
That was one of those ones that no matter what I do,
Yeah.
I can't keep that area clean.
No, that's true.
All right, next one is what's a food that, oh, I know this answer already, that you would be very upset with them if someone served it to you?
Oh, scallops.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Scallops.
allergic. Goodbye.
See you later. I'm going to say guacamole.
Oh, I love it so much.
I hate guacamole. Oh, and coconut.
Yeah, you do hate that.
I can't stand coconut.
And I love that too.
Oh,
I love
God.
most food. Probably because I ate lentils and cabbage for so long. I'm not picky. That's what I would be upset with. If someone gave me lentils, it was so bad, Blake, that my mom was giving lentils as Christmas gifts to people.
Stop it.
Swear to God, she would. Remember when it was like the big thing when people would make like homemade cookie mix in a jar or whatever? My mom made like homemade lentil
we
mix.
never gave away
Okay,
those kind
sorry.
of presents.
Poor people who.
I don't deal with the pause.
Yeah, Blake. Those of us who make gifts, because we don't have the luxury of buying things for everyone, my mom made like lentil mixes for people. And I went over my godfather's house and I was so excited because the last time I had slept over my godfather's, he gave me a root beer float and a hamburger. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so pumped. My parents would drop me off. I'm going to sleep overnight with Uncle Dan. He's going to feed me good food. And they freaking made me my mom's lentils because they were like, oh, we know that you eat lentils. Your mom sent this over at Christmas. So look what we made you.
Oh, this poor
I
girl.
couldn't lose the lentils.
That's another thing I'm out on.
What?
Floats.
I know you
Out
are.
on floats.
Once again, there's very few foods that I don't like.
I don't get floats.
It's fun. You know what is weird? Is it takes out all the carbonation and it makes into these like vanilla ice cream bubbles.
Yeah,
so there's no like
that's the gross
carbonation
part.
left in the if it's root beer, if it's orange soda. Yeah, I like it. It's like this weird foam. It's almost like sea foam.
It's gross.
I love it.
It's like thick and like
I love it. I love when you get like a scoop and the root beer has eaten away the ice cream, so it's more like ice crystals.
oh God.
Oh yeah. I'll
I'll never forget the one of the times that we held a party before kids. And you're like, "Oh, I got
Me?
yeah, you. I have this I make this drink. I'm going to make it. I used to make it all the time.
Oh, the sherbet.
The sherbet with ginger ale.
The punch.
And nobody touched it
Yeah.
because it was so gross. And I was like,
Oh, it's like Sprite. Like you take a thing
Oh.
of sherbet and then you put it in a like a punch bowl, and then you put Sprite with it, and it's delicious.
but you put, I think it was ginger ale at the time.
I don't
was
think
it Sprite?
so. It was Sprite.
Was it Sprite?
Sprite with rainbow sherbet.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
like I think you were like, but then there's Mary's sludge, and nobody wanted to drink it.
No. If somebody wanted to drink it, they would have.
I've served it at kids' parties, and I call it unicorn juice.
Oh God, it's so gross. It's just a pile of soda with just sherbet in it, and
So
it just
good.
sits there
So good.
and just melts.
It's awesome.
it
It's
just-
like ice cube drinks.
Oh God. Ugh. I'll never forget the disappointment on your face
Oh,
when
and
you
nobody
saw
drank it?
nobody touched it.
What the heck? How do people not appreciate this?
This is my poor people drink.
This is what we only bust this out for fancy things.
This comes out with the good china.
Yes. The good dollar store plastic. Come on.
All right, what is the smallest amount of power that has ever gone straight to your head?
What does that even mean?
Well, like,
Like
when
voltage?
somebody, like,
What do you mean? Like my CT scans?
No.
MRIs?
We just got done this whole episode talking about power versus
Okay.
legitimacy.
Listen.
And you're like, thinking about
I have so many medical procedures all the time. I go in and I'm like, which one is this? Is this contrast dye? What do I got to do? I'll never forget. They asked me, what do you want to listen to? Oldies. Oh, like the 80s, 90s?
And then
No.
your heart sank.
Okay.
Wait.
So power in my head.
Yeah. But,
How about you, Blake? Answer this one. What is the question?
I'll give you the most recent one.
What is the question?
What is the smallest amount of power that has ever gone straight to your head?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll tell you one that happened recently.
Okay.
Mary was doing a middle school play,
Okay.
and you were supposed to do the 50-50 raffle,
Yeah.
and like you were just all over the place. You
I was
couldn't do
taking
it.
care of 50 kids.
I know, no. I'm not saying that you
Why
did
was I
anything wrong
supposed to do the raffle?
because you're the one that this was your show.
I delegated. I
And-
delegated it to you.
and then you're like, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. But I was like, I'm saying, but we're literally just not taking money. How could we not do this? So finally I said, all right, screw it. I'm just going to do it. But then I told other people what to do.
Yeah.
And then they kept coming to me. And I was like, I kept giving them answers and everybody was listening to me. And then other people started asking me questions. It was just like, I was running the whole back area out of nowhere
On a 50-50 raffle, Blake.
because of a 50-50 raffle.
Wow.
And I was like, huh, I'm kind of the man.
Look at me with my little tickets.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what small amount of power went to my head. I don't think that is something that really happens.
I don't know. That does happen. When
When?
you get like some sort of authority and you think that, I don't know. I feel like that's a thing that happens.
I'm just naturally a good leader in some aspects.
Sure. Fair enough. All right. What is one job you thought you wanted until you saw what it actually required?
Oh my God. Having to be a morning TV person. Oh my God. First off, no, not even that. I actually liked the TV job that I had. I liked that. But then I thought I wanted to be the traffic girl. Because I was like, whatevs, that's easy. That's fine. But they wanted me to be at the station for 4.
That's
and
crazy
I'm like,
talk.
Rhode Island doesn't have traffic at 4 or 4:30 or 5 or 5:30. Like, Rhode Island doesn't have traffic until honestly 7 to 9.
Yep.
So
And it's always the same area.
it's the same areas. Like, come on. And I said, listen, guys.
You could literally pre-record your traffic bits.
Yes.
A
and it would
month
be
in advance.
Fine. It would be fine. And they were calling me and they were like, we really want you. We want you to do this, please. If any of you are interested, by the way, like it was Rosie Woods, the girl who's on Rhode Island Real Housewives. Like it was supposed
was
to
the
be.
job.
Yeah, that was the job
That was
they
the
wanted
job
me
that
to
was
do.
offered to Mary.
And they kept calling me and they were like, please do this job. And I was like, only if you make it 6 to 9. I am not getting up early in the morning.
Do you
I'm
know
not
who I
leaving
am?
my babies.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I had babies at that time. I said, I'm not going to stay up all night feeding them, taking care of them, they're teething, just to go talk about non-existent traffic. And they were like, Mary, it's not about the traffic. It's a morning show.
Yeah.
We need you to banter because you need to fill up 4 minutes of time. That's what it is. Obviously, there's no traffic. You just need to shoot the shit with the weathered person for
Yeah.
4 minutes to let the regular newscasters pee. Like, that's basically what it comes down to. If you have traffic people in your state on the morning show, that's what they're there for. Okay? So
For pee breaks.
Really, it really, like, let's be real. So, yeah, just another person for banter. And that was a job that at first I was like, yeah, this could be fun. I've got all the outfits. People in the state know me. I've already done the TV gig. This should be fine. And then they were like, you need to be here for 4. And I said, absolutely not.
That is wild. 4 a.m.
But it makes sense because, like I said, it's a show. It's a show. They need the 4 people. They need the 2 news reporters, the weather person, and the traffic person, so they can banter. Because then when they've blown through everything, all 4 of them go on the set and they just talk about anything.
Sure.
Oh, what'd you do this weekend? Like, they just chat because morning news is the same thing every half hour.
Sure.
Every half hour, they just regurgitate the same thing, and sometimes they blow through it. So they need for people to talk and make it interesting. And I was just like, I prefer sleep.
I choose life.
Thanks, but no thanks. So yeah, that was one job I thought I wanted, and then no thank you. How about you?
This is far less glamorous than yours, Mary.
I mean,
Baking donuts.
you thought you wanted to do that?
Oh, no. Like, I always thought it was cool. Like, because I grew up in the donut business.
Yeah.
So I always thought that bakers were like the coolest guys.
Oh.
And, because at the time, they were there. Everyone was in the back. They were all busting balls. Everyone was laughing.
Yeah.
Throwing people into freezes.
Ew.
And, like, just pulling jokes and pranks. And it was just a fun time.
Food service people are
they're
rowdy.
wild. Oh, it's a wild group, dude. But I always loved, because the music was going. Everyone was smoking butts at the time.
And making donuts?
Yeah, and like ashes were going into the yeast.
You don't even smoke.
No, I know, but it was just. And then they were finishing donuts, and when they used to finish the donuts back in the day, it used to get so hot in the back that you couldn't use the spatulas for like the frosting.
Ew.
So you had to use your hands.
Ew.
And you'd have to frost the donuts with your hands.
Oh my God.
And I always used to think that was the coolest thing. Like,
of course you did.
there's
You were
like
like
3 or
sugar
4
on my hands.
There's like 3 or 4 dudes in the back just breaking balls all day.
Hand frosting donuts.
Hand frosting donuts, doing the
Disgusting.
glaze.
Disgusting. This is making me nauseous.
And I always used to love to do the glaze because it was a big tub of glaze.
Mm-hmm.
And, you'd put the donuts on the rack, like on the glaze rack. But sometimes the donuts, because they were so fresh, they would fall apart.
Okay.
And that's how you knew that it was still too early. But like the rest of nobody ever cleaned like the basin.
Ew. I'm getting nauseous.
So I used to love going in to the basin and grabbing donuts and eating them because it was just covered in that frosting that you get from like Domino's. That's what it was.
I'm so grossed out. Are we done? Because
So-
I'm like, there's more.
No, but what I'm saying is, once I learned all that, like, especially because we hand cut donuts.
So all of that stuff didn't gross you out. That's not what
No,
actually
no.
turned you up from the job.
No, it's just like it was
That's
just
what
fun.
intrigued you.
It was fun, man.
Oh my
it was
God.
such a good time. Anyway,
So gross.
when you have to hand cut 200 dozen donuts, that's a lot of freaking work, dude. That's a lot of work.
Okay.
And 50, 75 pounds of yeast mix.
Yeah.
You got to lift that shit up. You got to roll it out and hand cut it. Because now they got it easy. They got these machines that do it. You just put it in, the machines cut it. But no. We didn't do machines. We did hand cut. And once I did my first 250 dozen, I was like, this sucks.
I'm too posh for this.
Yeah.
Someone else can cut it. It's what we pay people for.
That's what we pay
I'm just
people
gonna
for.
go eat donuts again.
Oh my God.
Daddy!
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't like this anymore.
I want it now.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right.
All right,
The end.
that's it. You ready to close this? You got any final thoughts?
No, I'm
right.
so grossed out.
Oh, dude, the 1980s, early 90s donut life.
I don't want to know anymore.
Oh man, when we used to do the
I'm not even joking.
no,
though. That's
egg,
the problem.
The first egg sandwiches that we used that Duncan put
I
out.
don't even want.
No, just listen. It was real eggs, and we had to crack the eggs, and we had to put them in these plastic bowls, and then you had like this other plastic top that went on top of it, and you just microwaved a real egg, and then that's how they served it. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Or when the culotta was first invented.
I'm like, I don't think you get it.
All right, let's close this bad boy out.
Please. Thank you all so incredibly much for hanging on out and listening to this podcast. My dad will be back for episode 4 because he wrapped up his job. Hopefully he's back for episode 4 because he's a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, I know.
So we just want to thank you, but stay tuned because He's coming back, friends.
Oh, it's gonna be
coming back
awesome.
from camp. Not camp,
can't
but
wait.
school.
Coming back from camp. Can't wait. Of course, go to maryandblake.com to check out all the podcasts and blogs that we have going on over there, whether it is Outlander or it is Harry Potter or Bridgerton or soon to be Rings of Power. It's gonna be awesome. So check that out.
We have not had any new reviews
Really?
on Apple Podcasts. So this is my
that's
call out to you,
disappointing.
friends, to head on over to Apple Podcasts. Honestly, like even if you've already reviewed in the past, you can review it again. If you don't listen on Apple Podcasts, it's okay. You can still review it there. Reviewing means you leave a sentence or two. So yes, you can do the stars. The stars, 5 stars are always appreciated, but like the sentences are what makes it great. So thank you in advance.
And the most important thing you can do for us as well is send in some feedback, whether it's voicemails or emails at maryandblakemedia@gmail.com or just engaging with us over at jointhenerdclan.com or at the website, whatever. Just have your voice be heard on the podcast. That is probably the best way that you can support this little venture. All right, Marvin, I think that's it.
Okay. My name's Mary.
My name is Blake.